Hi there, it's Ann Dilker with Moss Hollow Pottery. This is an Edo Yatsu braid with beads on the foam disc that I want to show you today. This was a project that I did back in, I think it was March of this year. It's now December of 2017. And we did shoot a video on how to do this, but for some reason it never got put up. And I've had a couple of requests for it, so I'm going to show it to you real quick. This braid works up a little bit differently on the foam disc than it does on the Meridai when you're using beads, and there's a little bit of a trick to it, so I wanted to walk you through that. I've made the nub for my findings, and now I'm ready to start the braid. So what I've done is, this is going to be a bracelet. I want a bracelet that is, let me back this camera out just a little bit, see if I can do that. Overall 6.5 inches. Now what I did was I started with 7 inches of beads on each of the cords. I didn't count them, and there's actually 7 inches on each of the cords. Don't know, I think that's probably going to be a little bit too many, but it's better to have too many to start with than too few when you're going to do this. So what I do in order to be able to get this to braid with the solid line of beads below is I keep the warps filled with beads all the way to the point of braiding to the outside of the disc. The rest of the beads are hanging over, and each time I work this, I'm going to have to put some beads back in. So here we go. This is the Edo Yatsu structure, so everything in the beginning moves clockwise. Okay, then the next 4 move counterclockwise. Notice how I'm feeding just a bead or 2 in each time. I'm using size 8/0 check beads. I like the 8s for this. I think it looks really nice. These guys have the sides have to go home. Let's see what we've got. So as you can see, or maybe not, let's see if I can get up here a little closer for you. It's braiding right into at the point of braid. All right, so let me just keep going here. It goes here, here. That's wrong. That should have been over here. So this goes here, here. I'm using the 64 notch board from the Beadsmith. You can easily use an 8 notch board. And with this particular braid, I honestly think that it would be better to use, this should have been here, the 24 inch, or the 20 inch hole instead of the 30 inch center, 20 millimeter center hole instead of the 30 millimeter center hole. Probably would have been better. I've got one color bead going in one direction and the other color bead going in the other direction. That's home, home, home. This is a little bit noodly. It's actually a little bit easier to do on the Meridai. Let's put this where it belongs. Okay, so when I was talking about colors, I have blue, 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 purple, 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 purple. And it's starting to just feed right off the bottom, as all these braids do. The noodly part of this is just trying not to let the beads get caught up in that point of braiding as you're working them. You kind of want them to fall free in there. It gives a real loose basket weave. And I do have a weight on the bottom. I think I have the 90 gram weight on the bottom, which is unusual. I don't always use the weight. But for some of these braids, it is useful. Okay. So, again, just kind of pull it over. That's coming out nicely. And these guys have to go home. 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 And you just keep working. Oops. Home. Okay. Blue. Blue. blue, purple, purple. So, you know what, let me just snug those up. I kind of like to keep these warps filled as far as I can, because it helps this be a little more even. Actually, these colors are so close together that it's a little bit hard for you to see what's going on. So let me go back to this one. But basically what you're going to do is just keep doing the braid and feeding those beads in the way I've shown you until you get to the length of your bracelet minus an inch, because of course you're going to pick up an inch or more with your findings. And that's all there is to it. It's a nice looking braid. I think it comes out looking really sophisticated. This colorway that I have in my hand is the colorway that was in that kit. So give it a try.